Welcome everyone. Let's learn about Azure policy definition. We will learn about various elements and concepts over there. And we will create one custom policy which will enforce selective location, selective virtual machine, SKU, and selective resource type. So giving it a name, custom policy. And as part of description, let's add that this policy can enables us to restrict the location, virtual machine SKU, and the resource type which the organization want. So this description basically describes the custom policy which we are creating. And what's the mode over here? So mode is all. So all is more general purpose. It is used in most of the cases. However, apart from all, there is another tag called as indexed. And indexed is used when we go for policies where location or tag come into picture. However, right now we are creating a custom policy, so we'll go for the mode all. Now let's give this policy a version number, and we'll give it a category as well, general. So it's part of general category of policy. And now we are going to add parameters over there. So we are adding three parameters as such. One parameter will be used to get the input values for location. Second will be used for virtual machine size and resource type. So we are creating one type, and the type is array. So more than one value can be provided. And now metadata, like description of this particular parameter. So let's add description. So this list of locations that can be used while we are doing the deployment. You can also have other values as for description. You can, and now adding the strong type. Strong type basically means over here that whether which type of resource are we looking for. So location is a particular keyword which we are using because we are giving input locations like East US, West US as where we can deploy the resources. Other will be blacklisted. And by default, we can also add one value. So we are giving East US. If somebody doesn't give any value during assignment of the policy, by default, East US should be selected. Let's add one more parameter. And this time we are going for allowed SKU is the name of the parameter. And again, array, more than one value can be there. And for description purpose, let's say, and adding metadata now, description. What is the purpose of this particular parameter? So in the, you can say we have, if someone wants to provide the value, he or she can look at this particular value to give more understanding of what this particular parameter does. And strong type will be equal to basically VM SKU. Then this is a keyword which I'm using right now. And basically for location, resource type SKU, storage SKU, and existing resource group, we have keywords available. So that's a particular keyword. And display name allowed virtual machine SKU. And let's add one more parameter now. And this parameter, let's give it, okay, let's correctly like this, list of resource types. And we are looking for only particular type of resources to be allowed for deployment. We don't want everything to be deployed. So we can whitelist, we can say, okay, only deploy virtual machines or storage accounts or Kubernetes cluster. So this is where basically all these parameters will be at assignment time can be defined. It's better to make a parameterized policy rather than the one which is more hard coded as such. And strong type over here will be equal to resource type, like that. This is also a keyword. You cannot change that. It's the way it will be. Now coming to the policy rule. Now we are using any of basically represent that or condition. Any of this is can be true. So we are using not over there. Now what is this not operator going to do? Not operator means that whatever we are defining in the parameters, anything apart from that is denied. So only whatever we have given as input parameter is whitelisted. So first policy if condition we are setting for SKU name. So anything which is as part of the parameters being defined at assignment time will be whitelisted. Anything apart from that, let's confirm. Okay, allowed SKU, that's correct. And basically now it makes This looks correct. So only this, so the value will be coming from at the assignment time, and that value is the input here. Now let's add another OR condition. So OR conditions we are able to add because of the any of operator. So even if any of them is true, it will be able to. It's basically the policy will be validated or is whitelisted in the policy. Other logical operators are all of, so that's more like AND operation. So now let's give one for location, parameter allowed location, and let's add another policy, another logical operator over here for allowed resource types. So let's copy the name of the parameter which we have defined earlier, so we don't make any mistake. Let's copy it. So now let's add the effect. So anything apart from the input parameters will be denied. So we will add sort of else condition, then, and effect deny. So now we are done with the policy, and let's go and see how does it take effect. Let's open Azure portal and we will assign it to the subscription. So this is the custom policy. Let's assign it, and let's click on assign over there. And right now this is Azure Pass is by default selected, which is the subscription. And you can select the location as well as the SKU like this. And it's based on your requirement. You can select any other values as well. All the values are listed over there. So, and what type of resource do you want? So right now we are looking for virtual machine. So what are we trying to do? We'll whitelist virtual machine and we'll see how does this policy take effect. So we'll try to deploy something which is not whitelisted, like we thought it earlier, that anything which is not part of the parameter will be denied. So we'll try to test it out. So we are only whitelisting virtual machine, or you can whitelist other resource types as well. So you can see that everything is listed over here: virtual machine scale set, classic network section, and you can simply take this, or let's take only the virtual machine part, not the scale set. So let's untick the scale set, not needed right now, and simply click on create. Okay, so let's click on review, create. Everything looks good, and it should assign it. And now we'll try to deploy some resource which we have not whitelisted, like a storage account. And this is, let's give it a name over here. And we are expecting an error over in the last step saying that this is not whitelisted by the policy and you can only deploy resource type as virtual machine. So this is how Azure policy take effect. You can try other things as well. And this is how you can create your own Azure policies.